Hey guys, welcome to another episode of StuTube. It is October the 9th, and today I'm going to do a shorter video than yesterday, but I'm going to be looking at the Bitcoin breakout, as well as taking a closer look on my trade from yesterday's video, as well as how I'm going to be playing it from here. I'm going to be showing you my Ethereum trade from last night that I also entered, and how I'll be playing it from here. And also want to put a little bit of a early warning sign on your guys' radar. And if you guys think all that sounds good, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you hadn't, and with that, let's get it. Alright guys, gonna start by looking at my 4-hour chart here, and you guys know that I was pointing out this green triangle here, and my last video we were consolidating directly on top of it. I wasn't too sure if that support was going to hold because I was expecting a third touch point along this purple trend line that I've been pointing out. Since we only have 2 touch points along that line, I thought that it would make perfect sense to get a third and third rejection point along it, but instead we just closed above it right away. But we did get a little bit of a cluster directly on top of it for a little bit of a support flip and took off again from there. So this trend is playing out beautifully. I haven't touched these trend lines I'm pretty sure it's been over a week now, and they're on my previous videos. You guys can go look. But look how perfect they were respected on the way up, and that's great to see because it's totally playing out how my technicals are expecting things to play out. One thing that I want to warn you guys about at this orange line here is you guys know that in a lot of my recent videos I've been pointing out that 0.618 potential rejection point. And if we take our current macro swing here, swing high to swing low, and with our fib tool, and look for that 618 rejection point, that is on this orange line here at about 11,475-ish. And that's exactly where we're starting to find resistance, guys, or at least just some sort of a pause in the massive breakout that we were just having in a couple 15-minute candles there. Um, Beautiful to see that the technicals are being respected so well. I just want to point out to you guys that if we are to get a rejection here, it would absolutely make sense. Even if we got a green candle close above, but then got an immediate 4-hour red candle close below that line, I would consider it to be a potential fake out, and we might have a little bit of a pullback coming up. So just something to be aware of, guys, here on the short term. Next, I'm going to hop back over to my BitMEX chart here, and you can see that I am still in my long position from way down here at about 10,605 US dollars. This was a 25x trade, guys. Right now, I'm at something like 180% profit. I took a third of the position off the table at about 65%, but I still have 2/3 of my position remaining, and I have my stop losses updated to half my remaining position will be at 11,274, and the remainder of my position will be stopped out if we drop to 10,989, just to be a little bit below that $11,000 psychological level. Of course, guys, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is a high-risk market. Always do your own research. I won't tell you how to trade your hard-earned money. I'm just showing you the things that I'm looking at in the charts and how I am currently playing this market. So just always use proper bankroll management, guys. Never trade with way too high of leverage or anything like that where you can lose out on your whole account way too easily. Always make sure you can be wrong several times. You don't want to just wipe out your account in 1 or 2 trades. But other than that, I won't give you any other advice aside from that and using proper stop losses, guys. All I'm really looking at for this next stop loss I have in place at the 11,274 level is I'm just taking our most recent push here, just our very recent push to the upside, taking a little bit of a Fibonacci pull bottom to top, and the 382 would be a level of interest for me because since this is such a strong bullish trend, quite often the 382 will hold as support if we do get a bit of a pullback. So if we are going to get rejected around this orange line, it would make perfect sense to me if we would retest that 382. If we drop below that, yeah, I'm giving it a little bit of wiggle room, but not too much. I want to lock in more profits if we do drop, just because this trade is so beautiful, and even if I get stopped out and then we end up just bouncing immediately after, I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with taking profits at whatever this would be, something well over 100% on that second third of my position, so I'm good with that. So anyways, I'm just kind of looking at this 382 as a potential bounce point. So if we drop that, I want to be stopped out of part of my position. And like I said, the rest just below 11,000, guys. Last but not least, guys, I want to take a look at my Ethereum trade. Basically, what led me to take this trade was when I was looking at Bitcoin. I had the urge to add to my position because to me this looked like a little bit of a bull flag, and I thought Bitcoin was going to have a bit of a breakout. But being I was in such a nice position, I didn't want to potentially ruin my entry point and all that sort of stuff, guys. I decided to take a look at Ethereum. And to me, it looked like the same thing. Usually, Ethereum follows Bitcoin, so I figured, well, if one's bull flagging, the other probably is as well. And the technicals looked like it with these trend lines, so when we had our close above this yellow trend line, I took a bit of a long position, but this was a 10x long, guys. I haven't done near the technical analysis on Ethereum as I have with Bitcoin lately, but yeah, basically I've started taking profits. I took a third of my position at $366.75. Since then, we have pumped up higher. I have updated stop loss. Half of my position, remaining of my position, will be stopped out just above $374, and the remaining last third of my position would be stopped out if we drop down to 361.45. So that's how I plan to be playing Ethereum right now. Again, I haven't done a whole bunch of technicals. If I was just to freestyle something, I would look for some sort of trend lines like here. I might get a bit of a support line, and these don't have to be valid or anything. I'm just doing a very quick, very rough, looking for potential support lines. So I'd be looking at lines such as those. And if we start getting closes below those, I may also consider exiting my positions, guys. Oh, and one last thing, guys. That's pretty much all I have to talk about today. But I did actually start using Twitter. Finally made a Twitter account and got that going today. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you might be able to get a little more live technical analysis because it's just a little easier to post than YouTube videos. I don't always have the time to make the videos, especially if I'm out of town or anything like that. It'll be a lot easier for me to keep in touch by Twitter. So I've been posting on there a little bit. Honestly, don't even really know if I'm using it right. It's it's new to me. Probably not new to a lot of you guys, but yeah, anyways, I haven't really used it before, so just figuring that out and figure that's a good place to start spreading the channel as well. So if you guys could give me a follow on there, and once again, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for your interest in my channel and supporting this channel. And with that, that's about all I have to say, guys. So thanks a lot again. And with that, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'm out. Peace.